Today I'm going to talk about statisticians in pharmaceutical industry. What does statistician do in pharmaceutical industry? Statisticians in pharmaceutical industry design trials, analyze and interpret data from the trials, and we ensure drugs are safe and effective. We play an important role in shaping trial designs, regulatory submissions, and strategic decision making. I'm a statistician for over 7 years. My current role is to design trials, lead early phase designs. How many statisticians are women? Statistics is one of the most gender balanced STEM careers. About half of the statisticians are women. And according to recent labor force data, women makes up about 48 to 50% of statisticians, which is higher than their representation in many other STEM fields. And women's participation is also growing, especially in biostatistics and pharmaceutical research. However, there is still leadership gap. For mid and entry level, there are stronger representation, and fewer women hold senior statistician or director level roles in industry. Is statistician a promising career for growth in 20 years? Yes. Statistics is projected to mean a strong, rewarding, and gender-inclusive career over the next 20 years. First, the salary is good. The median pay is over $100,000 per year in the US, and top earners make well above $170,000. If you are a PhD statistician, then you can easily become top earner after you work for a few years. And I often tell people that I work for two main reasons. One, and the most important one, of course, is to earn living. And second is make a positive impact. Second, the application is expanding. Statisticians are needed in pharmaceuticals, finance, healthcare, climate science, technology, and other relevant area industries. And statistics is a very inclusive field. It is one of the few STEM areas where women are well represented and advancing. Another thing is statistician is very flexible. Many roles allow hybrid or remote work and which support work-life balance. If you want to work after kids go bed, you can do that, and you can easily do that because many of the work do not need to talk to people. You can do the hands-on work yourself in the late night. Leadership opportunities. With experience, statisticians move into senior roles where women are increasingly visible. Unlike computing science, statisticians is the field values experience. Because there are strong regulatory connection, if you have more years experience to deal with regulatory interactions and familiar with the standard or SOPs, it's easier for you to become senior roles. And also impactful work. Statisticians influence drug approval, public health policy, business strategy. It's a career with real-world impact. How to prepare your kids to become a statistician. Preparing kids for a future as a statistician means we need to nurture their quantitative skills and their curiosity about data. Here is some roadmap that I broke down by stages. For early childhood, especially in the elementary school time, we can build math foundation for the kids. We encourage them with numbers, patterns, logic thinkings. We need to teach kids math is fun, not intimidating. Here are some games I used. For example, number grid. You don't have to buy it. You can just make one yourself because they're gonna use it only for a year or so, and then this is not useful. But it's very good for them to develop a sense of math and also observe the patterns of the numbers. Also, there are some games like Sudoku can use for critical logical thinking. Other than that, you need to ask kids to see some patterns in everyday life. Like how many cars you see. I give you 2 apples and you already have an apple, then how many apples do you have? And also need to teach the kids strong language skills, which is essential for explaining statistical findings later. For the practice, I use Singapore Math Intensive Practice to teach my kids some practical math that she should learn. And when kids goes to middle school, you can introduce some probability and statistics, some simple experiments like coin flips, dice rolls, or doing surveys. And if your kids are interested, encourage them to do coding. You can start with some beginner-friendly platform like Scratch, Python basics, and coding is central to modern statistics. And also need to encourage them to do critical thinking. Teach them to question data source and think about why behind numbers. In high school, you can let them choose some advanced math class, for example, algebra, calculus, geometry, and there are also some statistical data science electives. You can enroll them in AP Statistics or Data Focus course. And for the programming skills, they can try to learn Python, R, or even Excel for data handling. And some projects, they can do independent project to analyze real-world data. You can do sports statistics, climate data, etc. When they go to undergraduate level, they can take some complementary courses such as computing science, economics, biology, or psychology. They can have some research experience, encourage internship and undergraduate research project, and increase their communication skill, writing and presenting results clearly as important as analysis. At last, I would like to share some parenting tips. First, normalize math. Treat math as fun, not intimidating. Second, encourage resilience. Statistics involve trial and error. Mistakes are part of learning. Third, support other interests. My daughter likes gymnastics and dancing. I know other kids like soccer, music, etc. We encourage their interests, although they are not related to statistics at all. Strong health is foundation for strong minds. And last but most important is be a role model for your kids. Being a role model for your children means embracing lifelong learning yourself. My mom was a math teacher, but what impacted me most is not her math skill, but her eager to learn all the time. Even in her 60s right now, she's very active on TikTok and make videos every day. As your kids grow older, they look at you as who they will become in the future. In the end, it doesn't matter who they become. Our ultimate goal is to help them discover their own path, work hard on it, support themselves, and have a happy and healthy life. Do you agree? Share with me what you want your kids become and what do they think. Thank you.